Well, what do I want to talk about today? Um, what am I really trying to accomplish? I want to get to a better place for myself so that I can be with somebody else. I want to be happier overall and more in control of my emotions and my actions and able to be more of an active part of my life. What does my life look like? I want the freedom to travel. I am okay with working. I would like to pursue and find a way to profit from these types of things. Like I enjoy talking and speaking. I wanna be able to improve. I would like to have something to offer people. Even if that is just sharing my perspective and sharing the ups and downs of my life. Like I don't need to be coaching or telling people how to live. I don't necessarily know that I have a lot to offer in that regard. Like I think that what I can offer is my opinion of experiences and my opinion of places that I go from my perspective, and I can offer the massive amounts of failings and struggles that I've had and what I've been through, and how that's affected me negatively and positively, how much it's hurt my relationships and hurt everything in my life. I can try to improve my skills, my videographer and photographer skills, and try and add some value to the world like that. I don't know whether I have the eye for that, but I do enjoy that, and it's something that I enjoy seeing and experiencing. So, like, if I could get better at that, I would enjoy that as well. But I don't know that I have the natural talent for that when I compare myself to what I see other people doing. So crypto is kind of the freedom part of that. If I can get a few $100,000 into trading, I do think that I can get a fairly free lifestyle from that. I don't know how sustainable that is. I don't know how long the crypto market is going to operate in a way that allows exchanges and allows the ability to generate income the way that it does. And maybe I won't succeed in this, and maybe I'm not remembering as clearly how things went as they did before. And so when I go to execution, I'm not going to find the things that I believe I will. But I do kind of feel between pursuing work in a bunch of different avenues. I like this, as much as like I have no idea what's going on in Uzbekistan, I really don't care. Like I've done enough stuff for me to be interested, and what that would offer me is beyond priceless. And so I there's a ton of value for that for me. And so It's been worth my time, been worth me pursuing. I don't have a warm, fuzzy feeling about how I've been received, but there's not much else I can do to control that, unfortunately. All I can do is try and stay positive. But between international work, trying to get some contract work, writing programs, doing file reviews, whatever, and just taking all of that and building on the crypto stuff, getting some money into that, even at $100,000. If I can get $100,000 into crypto investing and keep it safe, then I really do believe that I can generate enough income just from that. And that would give me the freedom to sort of pursue building some kind of content and offering those kinds of things. And the whole point of all of this is sort of the pursuit of living on the beach or adjacent to the beach, like being able to go to the beach every day, being able to soak in the ocean and sit in the sun, eat healthy, focus on working out, getting in shape, staying in shape. All these things that have been important to me, and I would really, really, really like to find out if I can sort of breach my plateau and get to that next level of fitness that I've always wanted to. So that's like a big part for me as well. And then, being able to see the world. So like this Uzbekistan stuff is part of it, but it's really getting back into that market and trying to find different ways to continue to work worldwide so that I can travel as much as possible and spend the rest of my life sort of seeing the world. And in this pursuit of the life that I want and the person that I want to be, I do hope to finally end up with somebody in a healthy way. I've been in love lots. I've been in unhealthy relationships a lot. I feel like I've been loved by other people at times. And I would like to get all of that into a good place with somebody that I really care about. But I think fixing all these other things sort of makes that not as essential. And I think that is maybe the key to getting the thing that I want, is that this whole idea that when I get to where I want to be, it won't be as critical for me to be with somebody is the whole point. It's like there's so much weight on me being with somebody, and that fixing all of these things that aren't fixable by a relationship. And that is very important to recognize, that it just is like, it's this destructive thought that doesn't seem destructive or negative at all. And then from there, it would be nice to maybe be successful at all of these things and be able to give back to my family, my friends, the people that have helped me get this far, and that have helped me take the risks and become the person that I am. Not this that is the greatest person, but I've come a long way, I think. Yeah, I would like to spend the rest of my life experiencing instead of owning, and instead of consuming, and instead of collecting. And I want to experience as much as possible. And I actually have met and been with people that have that approach and think that maybe entails no longer being with somebody because of the fact that it's not a requirement to be happy anymore, and so it becomes not worth the time and effort. And similarly, if you're chasing experiences, well, the more people you can experience, the better that is, instead of limiting yourself to the experience with one person. But I truly believe that when you meet a person and you connect with them and you share your life with them, it expands your life so much that you're doubling your experience. You see the world through another person's eyes, and I think that sort of requires the good and the bad, like to really truly understand what somebody else sees the world like. I don't think that you get that when you only bring somebody in to your life in a fleeting way. I think it requires like a deep connection, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I only need to be with somebody for a month or two, and I'll get the shared experience. But I really think that as a long-term goal, that is what's missing, is this ability to actually like share the world with somebody. But yeah, I have no idea, because I've never been able to do that even remotely closely. So there's a good chance that I won't succeed at that. Yeah, that's it. Obviously, I mean, there's a lot of material things that I would like. I would like to rent some very nice cars instead of owning them all over the world. I would like to kind of experience what it's like to drive an R8 like the one I owned in a bunch of different countries, and just for 24 hours live like that. I don't necessarily need to be that person, but I would like to open that door for a minute. And it would be nice to kind of get all the wants off the bucket list too, not just the needs and necessities. Yeah, I think about the time that I spent in Malta and some of these like larger tours that I've been on, where like I just want to sit in the middle of these cities for a minute and have the lack of pressure to breathe it in and just exist there. Like I don't want the pressure of like needing to do. I want to see the world in a way where like you can soak up the mundane of the architecture in Rome, or ridiculous things like that, where like where you can get annoyed at like the narrowness of the elevators and hallways because they're, or stairways that are built on the outside of a building because it wasn't really designed to accommodate the volume of traffic that runs through it now. And just like, yeah, see, I want to live 1,000 lives in the next 20 years. That's my goal. I think I want to live in hundreds of cities in a way that makes me feel like I've lived there my whole life. So I'm chasing 1,000 lifetimes. I guess that's the real goal. Figure out a way to chase 1,000 lifetimes in the next 20 years. Well, I think that's a good way to end that one. 1,000 lifetimes.